everyone. So this is currently day 3 of Tour de Fleece, and I have not had a chance to record yet, but this will be, when this video comes out, this will be week 1 of Tour de Fleece. And I just thought I would show you a little bit of what I've been doing so far in Tour de Fleece. Well, for starters, day 1 of Tour de Fleece, I spent majority of the day in the kitchen and then part of the next day in the kitchen working on this cake that my son had requested for a friend whose birthday was coming up. And I had a whole lot of issues with this cake. Things happened. This is not a cake video, so I won't go into it, but things happened and I'm relatively pleased with how it came out. But I've also been decorating since I was 3, so you know, I look at it and I judge it. Other people enjoy it. So there you go. Enjoy the cake that took me away from spinning. So I did get some spinning in day 1. I worked on what I got from a swap, and I did not show what was in that box yet. And where is that box? Let's find that box. So I'm spinning with Yente's group, Ming Walden, and with her group on Discord, and we also did swaps. So I sent a care package to Canada, and I received a care package from Ireland. So this was so much fun. And the main fleece that I received is 50% Galway, 37% merino, 10% pineapple, 3% silk. So I had a total of 50 grams made by Aga. Was the person who actually did the whole processing, but it is Sound of Spinning. And it is made in Ireland, and the Galway specifically was sent to me because it is a breed from Ireland, and I do have that marked in my book so I can show you. So there is a cute little Galway sheep, and so it is a breed that is very specific to Ireland, and it's a conservation breed. Words. And it says that for knitting, crocheting, and weaving, some will be suitable for next to the skin, if not luxury wear, and some will be slightly coarser. Stitch definition is a forte, whether for textures or open work and regardless of technique. So I was super excited for that because I love getting to try out different sheep breeds. And I spun the 2 bobbins on day 1, and then I plied it on day 2. And this is how it came out. And I was also specifically sent green because you guys know I love the green. It's so pretty. I'm really happy with how that came out. My consistency and everything was really good on that one. So I'm very pleased with that. It is a little bit coarser, so it's not something I'm going to work on with next to the skin. I do not know what I'm going to make with it yet. I spun it because I wanted to spin it, and it's Tour de Fleece, so that's what we're all about. We're spinning, right? So what else I got in this fun little care package was, wait, get my letter, my note. This one is the white. Okay, Romney Shetland Cross. And it is beautiful. Look at all this kinky, curly goodness. It is so pretty, and it's soft, and it still smells like sheep. And then, sorry if the bag's making too much noise. And then this one is Wensleydale, and this is beautiful. Beautiful. Look at this. That is Wensleydale, and it is gorgeous, and I can't wait to spin it. It smells like sheep. It's not extremely soft, but it's definitely soft enough. So that one's going to be a fun spin. And then I also got, this one is alpaca. And I don't think, because you guys know I have a bunch of alpaca, but I don't think I have any alpaca that is actually this color. So when I finally do something with all my alpaca, not that I haven't worked with some of it, but you know what I mean. So this is beautiful. Beautifully clean too, considering this one has not been actually scoured or anything. And if I had not been told that, I might not have known. And then I got this. It is by Ashford. And a couple little bonus things in beautiful autumnal colors that I absolutely love are these little minis. We have Mini Light, 80% merino, 20% nylon, and a fingering weight by Ulan is this one. And then I will be right back. There's a handyman here doing some work, so if you hear some noise in the background, that's all it is. Okay, this one is also by Ulan, and it is 100% merino fingering weight. Such a pretty color, pretty colors. Another one by Ulan, 80% merino, 20% nylon fingering weight. So they're all by Ulan, and this one has beautiful coloring. So I forgot one thing. You may have seen a small little video I did, because on the first day of Tour de Fleece, how perfect was that? Paradise Fibers came in the mail. So they did this poolside vibe, and there was 2 things of fleece. We have a 6 ounce and a 4 ounce, plus our little goodies that always come in it. You can see more details in that video, so you can always go back and watch that, and I explain everything that's in it. But I mean, how perfect was that to come in on the first day of Tour de Fleece? So some of that might end up getting spun up too. It's Thursday, and I feel like my Tour de Fleece is not where I wanted it at the moment. And I wanted to do more recordings. I had no time to record, and I felt like I wasn't getting time to spin. Yesterday I had wanted to ply up, I don't remember the last day I talked to you. I wanted to ply up 2 bobbins and then spin 2 new bobbins. So then I could have applied that today and so on. It was all I could do to finally get to sit down last night and ply up the 2 bobbins, so I had to finish skein. And then today, I have not done much. I spun 5 yards. Does that count? A whole 5 yards. I did do it on one of my husband's support spindles. He's entering this one in the fair, and I thought somebody's going to look at this and be like, huh? If they're not a fiber person, they're just a wood person, they're not going to understand. So I spun some on it, took a picture with it on there. So the picture will go with the entry, and then I will also include the little tiny 5 yards I spun on it, which was a very pretty 5 yards. And the bonus of this was the fleece that I keep talking about that I carded that has like way too much VM for me. You see all that in there? Yeah. So this needs to be done slowly so you can pick the stuff out. And I don't want to do that on the spinning wheel. I don't want to stop my wheel that many times. And I thought, well, this actually works perfectly as I'm sitting here doing this, because this is a slower process and I can stop and I can pick stuff out. So that's what I did with this. Worked perfectly. So what I think I'm actually going to do with the rest of this is spin it on this one. You all may remember when I made this one. Well, my husband made it. I painted it with its matching little base. And that's actually what I have on here. When I was testing it out, I was using this same fleece. So I think that's what I'm going to do with this bat, is spin it on here, because then I can take my time with it. So that's my plans there. So I did spin that 5 yards. Am I the only one that thinks support spindles look like magic wands? Which is why my son made me a magic wand support spindle. That's my magic wand, but it has the point, so it's also support spindle. Anyway, I need to go let this dog out because her pitter-pattering back and forth is going to drive me crazy. So anyway, I did spin one other thing so far today. Now it is, what time? It's 7 p.m. So I don't honestly know if I will get anything else spun tonight. I might not. I just don't know. I have another project I need to work on. I'll tell you about in a little bit. So I might work on that. But my sister-in-law and I went to lunch with a friend of ours today, and so I made sure to bring spinning with me. So I have my little container here, and it has my little 3D printed Turkish spindle in it. And I spun that much on it. Come on. So there's nice and fine, actually coming out very fine, which I'm very pleased with. And this is 50% merino, 50% camel that I'm spinning on. It is a Paradise Fibers fiber we got a while back. I am affiliated with Paradise Fibers, if I didn't say that earlier when I talked about Paradise Fibers. So there's an affiliate link down below. And if you use Honey, just so you know, not just with me, but if you use Honey and you click on somebody's affiliate link, when you use Honey, it clicks you off of that affiliate link, and Honey gets the benefit for that sale and not the person you were trying to help. Anyway, so I took that with me today, and while we were at the restaurant, I sat and spun. So I did get a little bit of that done. So that is my emergency spinning, because you know you might need that. Oh, and now she wants back in, so she's going to bark at me. So I'm still drinking my drink from the restaurant. It was Mendocino Farms that we went to. And I started off mixing passion fruit black tea, 50-50, with a guava lemonade, and it was super yummy. But before we left, I went to make myself another drink because I drank it all, and they were out of the guava lemonade. So I did 50% of the passion fruit black tea with 50% of a, shoot, what was it? It was might have been strawberry mint or something. Anyway, it was a fruit and mint. And you can smell the mint, you can taste the mint, but what I love is it's that fresh out of your garden mint flavor and not a mint flavoring flavor. Because I'm not a big fan of like mint flavor, but I like fresh mint because it's a little different. Very good. So that's what I'm sipping on. Anyway, okay, back to spinning. I have, so this is day 6 of Tour de Fleece, and for my first almost week of Tour de Fleece, I spun of completed yarn. So I've been spinning each day, and of completed yarn, I have 64 yards of the Galway blend that I got from Chess in Ireland. And then I have 162 yards of the yellow. And then I completed another 154 yards of yellow. And I'm going to be entering a skein of this in the fair. I just have to decide which skein I think looks the best. And I still have to wet set this. So I need to get that done because I have to turn my stuff in the 15th or 16th to the fair. And I need to have that all done ahead of time so that it's all fully set and ready. But I have those 2 so far, plus my little 5-yard baby skein. So the more I do of this, I get very excited for it. It's getting there, and I have this much still carded, and I think that this should be about enough for another skein, which, let's see, we had 50 grams. No. Did I not put the grams on there? I'll look at the tag then. We have 72 grams and 81 grams. Oh, that's 126 yards. What did I put there? 162. I've reversed it. I'm like, that's not right. I know I spun more the second time. I wrote it wrong in here. That should say 126, not 162. 126. Okay, so we had 81 grams and 72 grams. So let's see if I can get this onto here enough to see how much weight I have. Oh, on. Come on. Oh, you don't want to stay on it. There's about 60 grams. So I don't know. I'll just spin this up and we'll see where we go, which actually what I've been doing is I've been plying it off and then leaving. I'm not doing a wrist ply or anything like I would normally do to finish off what I have on a bobbin because I'm doing more of it. So I'm leaving whatever's on that second bobbin there and spinning onto it. So I have some on a bobbin. So it'll work out. It'll work. And then I need to get my button gear and get some more of this carded so I can keep spinning it. And in case you wonder, because I notice some people take the bat like this and they spin off of this whole big bat. And then they seem like they start to have trouble with it. And I don't. I tear my bats apart. So then I have a small piece that I'm working with and I pull from this, and then go to my next one. So I usually pull my bats into at least 4 pieces. So like this one, just kind of go right here, and that's going to get pulled apart. And then I'll do it again. So I have like a little handful clump. So I'm going to divide that one. So then I'll just spin from this, and it's a lot more manageable, and it's not getting all messed up. So that will be, I will either spin tonight and work on that, or that'll hopefully get spun tomorrow. But we do have this. So this is this and this. So week 1, 6 days so far. That's what I have spun. And we'll see where it goes from there. And hopefully I'll get more time to sit and do things. But my husband owns a company, and I do all his flyers, designing of stuff like that and everything. And the last time I redesigned his flyer was 2 years ago, and I actually completely hand drew that flyer. I hadn't actually done it on purpose for the flyer. We were joking around that it would be cool to do something like this for a shirt. So I did it, and him and his partner liked it so much that they said, put it on the flyer. So we did. But usually every year to 2 years, I redesign the flyers. And he came to me the other day and he said, will you redesign the flyers? Okay, fine. And then yesterday morning, don't forget, you need to do those flyers for me. I said, do you have any left? Because when he orders them, we order like 15,000 at a time. He says, nope, we're totally out. We need flyers. I'm like, okay. So I spent most of the day yesterday working on the flyers, and then I had errands to run too. So I just didn't have time to work on other stuff. Adulting. Adulting can be a pain sometimes, but I guess we all have to do it, right? So that's why, like yesterday, I did not get to what I was wanting to. You know, plus you got all the other normal everyday things, making sure your pets are fed, making sure your family's fed, and, you know, house cleaning, maybe, laundry. Ugh, too much laundry. Way too much laundry. Okay. So, little vloggy update. I don't have finished objects, because other than the yarn, because that's what I am focusing on right now, is Tour de Fleece. That's my main focus. But, you know, here and there, working on other little things. My little neighbor girl, she's basically my niece. I've adopted her now. She's gonna be my niece. She's gonna be 10. In about a week, she's gonna be 10 years old. And last year I had made her an emotional sport chicken. She absolutely loves it, sleeps with it every night. She was really kind of the reason I ended up getting into doing chickens and stuff, because I asked her one time, I got to do a video, what should I do? And she had me make her a little chicken. So I made her a little chicken. Then I made her emotional sport chicken. Then I made her another little pumpkin chicken. And she's gotten a few chickens from me. She's still going to get more too. But I decided to make her a cardigan. I actually was going to make her a blanket, and her mom said she's got too many blankets. I said, okay, what if I make her a little hexie-cardi? I've been wanting to do one of the hexie-cardis. Gives me an excuse to do it. So I go through my stash, because I'm really, really trying to use stuff I have. So I go through my stash of regular acrylics. I mean, 10-year-old girl, it needs to be able to get thrown in the wash. So I go through, and my son helps me, and we pick out all these teals and beiges, like cream, beige, and teal and blues that are just off of the teal. So they can all go together, make her a hexie-cardi. Yay. So I started that last night, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows in. And I was stopping for the night and I look and I went, I folded it in half just to like, oh, let's see how this is looking. And I went, that doesn't look right. So if you know, the hexicardine is worked, and then when it's folded in half, it creates that L shape. So you have your sleeve and your body, and you do two of them, they go together, you have your cardigan. I had my sleeve and it came to a point. Oh, crap. I did 5 sides instead of 6. But I had also already cut my ends as I went and did my rounds. And I'm like, okay, I could pull it back out. But when I go to do the new rounds that are going to be longer, I'm going to have to add in. I'm not going to do that. I'll just start over. But what can I do with this piece that's in my hand? So I start playing with it and folding it different ways and looking at it in different ways, and then started stitching it up. And then finished working on that today. So it is the start of something. I'm going to create a pattern, and it is going to be a little different from this because this has, because of this stitch, it has too many open holes. So like it's going to be a amigurumi, but the stuffing would show coming through it, which you can see really well because I used this, my throwaway stuff from this is what I stuffed it with. I was like, just go, because I just wanted to see what it would do. But come on, focus. It's gonna be a little turtle. I think it's gonna look really cute. I just have, like I said, you can see the yellow coming through, so it can't have the big holes and stuff like that. But coming soon, the cute little turtle. So that was fun. I just played around with that last night and this morning or this afternoon, whenever I got to sit down and work on things. I played with it, and it's gonna evolve. But so for her, I'm working on that. And technically, it is not a started object because I did start that, but then that became this. So I'm completely starting over. So I need to do that and have it done, not this weekend, but the next weekend. But then because I can't be satisfied with just that, and I got to do things with pressure and at the last minute and everything else, I bought 2 new patterns, and one of which I'm going to do for her. So both by the same author, Maria Nicolina, and these are on Etsy. They're not on Ravelry. Ravelry. I looked on Ravelry, couldn't find it there, so I had to buy it on Etsy. I've had her stuff saved for a while. They were on sale right now, and I looked and I went, yep, I'm getting both of these. She's actually got a few other ones I want, but how cute are these little chickens? So cute and so stinking tiny. They're absolutely adorable, and they're so itty bitty, and there's only like 16 rows to it. And even though it's on extremely tiny needles, it's on a 0 for those of you who are not knitters. That's a needle that is this tiny. So they're on size 0, 2mm needles. But you can adjust if you want to use bigger yarn and adjust your needle size. You can do that, and then they would be bigger, but they only have like 16 rows to them, and then everything else is embroidered on, including the eyes. So I think they should be relatively easy and only need small amounts. She even says use yarn from your stash. And I want to make her 3 chickens that look like her 3 chickens. And she's got 3 different types of chicken. So this one is going to be her chicken named Olivia. And that one has a very, very small comb on its head. So I will do a very small comb. And then she has one that has the feathers around the feet. and it is named Petunia, and it is in like a marled gray. So I'm going to use that. And again, that one has a little tiny comb. And then she has one that's her little escape artist and the noisy one. Olivia was supposed to be the noisy one, and she's not. But Mia is noisy, and she's a little escape artist, and she's got black and coloring. And I am going to use this, which was that muscle burr hat I had done for my son. So I'm going to use this one to do Mia. And then Mia does actually have a very big comb, so I will make her comb bigger. So she will have her 3 little chickens. And then this is what I'm going to use, color for the comb. And I think they're going to come out super cute. And then there is little wings on them that are embroidered on. The wings and the feet are the same color. And I think what I might do is maybe for Petunia, use Mia's color for the wing and vice versa. It would be just that enough that it would be a little bit different. And then I'm not sure on Olivia's. I'll figure it out. But anyway, oh, and then for the beak, I think I'll use a little bit of the yellow that I've been spinning. I'll use a little bit of that because it's a little tiny bit you stitch on. So that is going to be a little present for her to go along with the other. And then in one of her pictures, she had a little envelope she had knitted and stitched together with the little chickens in it. So I think I might do something like that and make her a little envelope, stick the chickens in it. So I have that all set up and ready to go. And I don't think with it being 16 rows each, even though you're working with such tiny stuff, it really shouldn't take too long to make those. But I also bought, because that one was so stinking cute and I just couldn't help it. This is another one of her patterns. They're itty bitty little kittens. Come on, how cute. They're so itty bitty and cute. And since my son and his girlfriend just got kittens, I was like, oh, I can make them each a little kitten. I can make one like mine. I can make one like other people's if I want, because I can't help myself and I like to make things for people. So if you're watching this and you have a cat and we're close, there's a good chance this might be in your future. So anyway, then I have been trying to work on my blanket, but that is getting set aside right now until I get this cardigan finished. But I have made progress since you saw it last week. And it is attached. Yes, it's attached because I just started another row. So let's see, where's my marker? It's on one end or the other. There it is. Okay, so when you saw it last, it was right there. So that was right at the, oh yeah, I had just finished the dark and then started in reverse. So I'm going in reverse and then I'm going to keep inverting the colors. And you can see how that's doing. So it's offset by 1 and the colors are being inverted, and then that'll switch again in a few more rows. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more rows, and then the colors will switch again. I just started this row right here. And there's the length of it. So I really like how this is coming out, and I like the feel of it and everything. It's really nice, but it's going to take a back burner until I finish that cardi. And I did make a little bit of progress on my travel project, my socks, vanilla socks by the Crazy Sock Lady. On the last time you saw it, it was right there. Come on, focus right there. So I've done that much. And I am now at row 60. So I'm doing 60 here. So I've got 20 here. And then I had started that other pattern. So there's a couple extra rows here. And then I've worked 60 rows here. And I'm about to do my heel flap. So I'll put the heel in and then start my vanilla knitting again along the foot. So that's where I am on that. I actually made a little progress there. So that's good. And once you turn the heel, at least on the first one, you feel like you're going somewhere. I didn't even make myself a list today. I usually have my list pulled up and everything of all the stuff I need to talk to you guys about. Nope, didn't do that. My husband actually made another loom, and it is taken back apart right now because it was for my sister-in-law, and she decided she wanted to have a different design on her base piece. So she had him take it all apart so that I can put the design on there for her. But it's a really pretty wood. And then he did some in this one, I forget, it starts with an L, the name of the wood. But then he did some inlay on it with bloodwood. So you had this really pretty, like orangey, dark orangey red color in it. So it's a real pretty one. And then I'm planning to warp up my loom hopefully tonight. I have the design I want to do, and I want to get it warped up because just like with the spindle that just disappeared. Oh, there it is. So just like this and how I worked it, took a picture and everything, I'm going to do the same thing on the loom, because when you look at that loom, if you're not a fiber person, you're going to be like, huh? So I'm going to warp it up. I want to work the band, take a picture, and then I might, like where I'm going to put this with his entry so you can see, I might then put the band or a piece of it with his entry. So I might have that finished object to show you later. But anyway, those are things I need to work on. So we will work on some more Tour de Fleece this coming week, and if I'm lucky, I'll have some more time to actually record some more content, since you've got very little content, extra content this week. But honestly, I don't know how much of the actual sitting and spinning you want to see. Let me know. Put a comment down below. Tell me, do you like seeing more of the, hey, this is what I've done? Or do you want to see more of the actual process that I go through? Let me know. I'd be very interested to know. Yeah, I think that's about it for the end of this week 1 of Tour de Fleece. And we'll keep working and plugging away, and I will come back to you next week and let you see what else I've gotten up to in my fleecy fiber fun. So I hope you guys all have an amazing weekend and amazing week, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.